Harris, coach.
Yeah, this game is about overcoming adversity. There's going to be good plays in the game. There's going to be bad plays in the game. There's going to be good moments in a season. There's going to be bad moments in a season. And it's about overcoming and embracing the adversity, because really what we've talked about as a team is like adversity. We've all had to have adversity to be in this moment where we are right now. And so adversity is what makes you who you are. And it's been the story of, the 2023 to the 2024 Eagles is as bad as feeling we had as how last year ended. I think it makes you who you are. These guys are hungry, and we got one more to go.
What was your message to the team in the locker room?
I don't know. Everyone was kind of flowing in. It was just basically what the schedule was. Kind of what our message has been all year is tough, detailed together. Mentally and physically tough, detailed with our fundamentals, detailed with being on the same page, detailed with that, and then together, right? Because, again, it's not the best groups of individuals that wins. You got to become a team. We got one more to go.
What did you think of Jalen Hurts' performance?
Yeah, awesome. I think you heard what I said at the end of the game. It's amazing how much doubt there is sometimes. I can't quite comprehend it, because it doesn't look like people think it should look like. But the guy has been clutch. He's won a ton of football games. But you ran for this many yards. We don't care how we win. We don't care. If we rush for 300 and pass for 1, and we win, great. If we rush for 1 and pass for 300, great. Who cares? We've just continued to win. He's just continued to win, and I think the criticism is, whatever. He just wins. And I said what I said after the game, and that's kind of how I feel.
First offensive play, Saquon takes it to the house. What does that mean?
As a good tone setter, right? We knew they were going to sell out to stop the run. We kind of knew that. And then he breaks 2 or 3 tackles to start. We get a great block from AJ on the toss crack to get around the edge. And then great block by Dallas to kind of set it off. And if that, Saquon gets into the second level, third level, and now it's, hey, can you tackle this guy? And he's hard to tackle. I know they don't give me a vote for MVP, but I know who my vote would. That's probably why they don't give me a vote, because I would vote for Saquon. But special performance, special player, special job by the entire group to make that play go, to start things off, and that was a good tone setter. We've had some good tone setters to start this playoff, all the playoffs, like, Oren forcing the fumble against Green Bay. Going right down and getting a touchdown on the first drive of the LA game, and then to start it like that was a good start for us.
Hamburg is talking about the package plan for him to be the emergency start to fill in the second. What was the plan for him, and also what did it mean for you to see him?
Yeah, I think you saw the plan, but he had to step in and play, and he did a phenomenal job. And yeah, these guys are playing through pain, like. Man, I just can't say enough about how much I respect these guys of what they have to do with their bodies. I don't think anyone knows the half of it, what they have to go through to play this long season. This is a marathon. And these guys and our trainers and doctors and our strength staff do such a good job of helping them be in the shape they need to be in to play this long season. And then the guys themselves do a great job of doing that as well. We've made a big emphasis on conditioning this year. We've made a big emphasis on all those things. So all these guys are fighting through pain. I know coaches are fighting through sleep deprivation, and we don't care. We just want to keep going.
What does he say about Jalen that he doesn't care about how it looks or what his stats are?
Or what anybody else says. Yeah. That he's a winner, that he's selfless. I showed a couple clips last night of the team. And one picture I showed that showed love was Nolan Smith coming out with Nakobe Dean's jersey last game. That shows love. Then I showed a clip of Nolan and Jalen that kind of showed of them performing a stunt, and Jalen saying, "Hey, thank you for trusting me," and Nolan saying, "You don't have to thank me, just go do it." And then so that showed trust. then I showed a clip of Jalen talking about we don't care how we win, regardless of what anyone says about him, all right, or me, or whatever it is. That shows selflessness, and that's team stuff. Again, it's not the best groups of individuals that win. You have to come together as a football team. And those clips through the playoffs that I got to show last night, you know, again, I kind of get emotional on things. I'm not going to get emotional right now, but, man, it just showed the team. It's about team. This is the greatest team sport there is. I think that gets overlooked sometimes with, oh, look at how this play performed, and look at the scheme here. Like, it ain't about. It's part of it's about that, but it's about team. And anybody that plays, you know, the winner of the Bills and the Chiefs game, I guarantee you they talk about how they came together as a team, right? And that's why I love this sport. That it's just, you know, I always say these things of hope that people will say, hey, this is the greatest team sport to inspire people to play this sport. But somehow they don't show that stuff a lot. Sometimes it's more about the negative things that happen and this and that. But we're a team. We're a freaking team, and I'm proud of this team.
Pride yourself on your physicality when it's been pretty consistent with the turnovers, fumbles, forcing fumbles, I guess, with Zach. Will Shipley, then Oren Burks. What does that mean?
We spend a lot of time on that. We do a lot of drills that go into that. We talk a lot about that. But at the we show anytime there's a missed opportunity to take the ball away. That's something I kind of learned as I watched Matt Eberflus and his how he kind of preached defense of how you take the ball away. I really learned a lot from him when I was in Indy with him. And to be plus 21 on the season, like that's impressive. But and we talk about that to nausea, probably where they're sick and tired of hearing it. But to me, I always say, hey, good leadership is saying the same things over and over is repetition. Connor Barwin actually says that leadership is I don't know how he says it, but the burden of leadership is repetition. And but it's about those guys going out there and doing it. Like there's a skill to be able to take the ball away when Eckler gets up off the ground, to be able to take a punch at the ball there like Nolan did. Will Shipley, I'm not sure he's tackled anybody before this year. Like Will Shipley, Kenny Gainwell on special teams. The contributions we've gotten from them, they were prime running backs in college that haven't had to tackle people. I don't think people understand how special that is. And I get it. It's not going to be the pretty story or anything like that, but it is to us. It is to us.
A couple more, please.
What's it like to see so many rookies have important plays or roles in this team during this playoff stretch?
And we don't care who's contributing. We're contributing to the guys that we know that can contribute. But with that being said, we've gotten great contributions from our rookie class. That's a tribute to Howie and his staff of all the work they put into to get the right type of guys in first and foremost. Again, talent only gets you the first part, right? You got to have something else to get to where we are right now. And we've gotten great contributions from Coop, from Q. I got a FaceTime from my college roommate, Jason Candle, who was Q's coach. I asked him if he was going to the Super Bowl. He's like, yeah, if you buy me a ticket. He makes enough money, he can buy his own ticket. But I'll definitely reserve one for him. But Trot and Jalix and Will, and I'm missing guys. I get that because they aren't playing like – I'm not even thinking about rookies, who's a rookie, who's not, because they're playing like vets. Yeah, it was cool. And I remember, I think, what was the record before 55 points today? Wasn't it 51? Yeah. Come on. It was 51 because it was the Buffalo Bills versus the Raiders, right? Yeah. And so I remember watching that game as a kid in Buffalo, in Buffalo, New York, Jamestown area. And watching that, and then being able to be around Frank Reich and kind of hear how, and then watching Four Falls of Buffalo and how they did it and all those different things, and to be able, Frank's got a lot of different records. Whether it's, you good? Frank's got a lot of different records besides the greatest comebacks. But I remember them scoring those 51 points, and to be able to get 55. I know you didn't ask this, but I'm talking about it. You know, Frank, we got your record there, just from a great performance from our team.
It looked like you were taking in the
Olivia,
scene.
did you have one? Okay. I get a couple more.
It looked like you were
I don't
taking
got
in
much
the
else to do after this.
It looked like you were taking in the scene in the locker room there. Was that important to you? And what did you observe?
I just thought about the next game, to be quite honest with you. It's like, this is a great feeling. We've had this feeling before. And it just makes you hungrier, just like the more hungry or hungrier? Huh? Okay. It just makes you more hungry. I'm going to go with more hungry. It just makes you more hungry to go there and play in this game again. And we're going to have to, regardless of the opponent, we're going to have to play a really good game to be able to reach our goals.
Speaking of Kendall, Mount Union obviously has a rich history of the coaching family tree. What would it mean to you if you could be the first Mount Union alum to be a Super Bowl champion as a head coach? And also, if you would talk to Hall of Fame coach Larry Karish right now, what would he say to you?
Yeah, well, Coach Karras, you're invited to go to the next game. It's on me. You're invited to go to the next game. Love to have you. And the things I learned there, just about detail, and just about not being satisfied with wins, but just how do you improve off of wins, and what I learned about winning. What Coach Karras and Mount Union football program has meant to my family. He's special. He's special, and learned a lot there about how to just coach this game. Had great memories with great teammates with those things, and that would. Did Dom Capers win one? Defensive coordinator. So. Yeah, I don't know. He's got Coach Capers has a building there that they kind of roped me into giving some money to as well. And so I don't know if we win, maybe they'll try to entice me to put some money into the football program as well. So go ahead.
So
I didn't bring my family up with me, Mike.
I know.
Okay.
Keep a good memory.
I know.
The last time this franchise won a Super Bowl, your predecessor said this is the new norm. What have you done since you've been here, do you think, to contribute to keeping this franchise at that level, and what was already in place to allow it to
great organization that we have, starting with Mr. Laurie, Howie. I don't think I've shied away from how much those guys mean to me. Again, it can't be great without the greatness of others, and it starts with Mr. Laurie. Howie does a great job of getting guys in here and helping there, just to have that solid GM that's been through everything is huge. Great partnership I have with him. And then it's about the people, really, to be honest with you. It's always about the people, and we got some great people in this. I wore this jersey because I said AJ's the best receiver that this city's ever seen, and I don't go back on that. But Quick was really good.
When you lose your center,
I get you too.
When you
Bob will be the bad guy. I'll just keep it answering questions. Happy to do it.
when you lose your center, is that different than losing another offensive line position just because of how the responsibility it lays on that?
No, I mean, it's just everyone's role is so important. Everyone's role is not the same, but everybody's role is so important. And Landon's got a lot of experience playing that position. We ended up getting a lot of confidence throughout the week of how Landon went about it. And then Cam had to come in and contribute as well. And I think again, it just goes down to, it takes everybody. Like, I know, you guys will have interviews with the guys that made huge plays in this game, but with the ball in their hands sometimes. But it takes everybody. I mean, it takes everybody. Tyler Steen. How about Tyler Steen coming in and playing the game that he played against a really good opponent? I can't tell you how much respect I have for that, for Coach Quinn. And that team, Washington reminds me of us, as far as how their physicality is and as far as how their effort goes. I can't tell you how much respect I have for Coach Quinn and the job that he's done, and Jaden Daniels, man, he's a big-time player. We're going to be battling for a long time in this division, so hats off to them. But it takes everybody. It's hard to say, hey, this one's more important than this one, because, again, it goes back to the team of it takes everybody, and everybody's job may not be the same, but everybody's job and role is so important.
Back to you and Jalen. You guys are going to hit franchise history, being first coach, first quarterback, 3 Super Bowls.
All right, Nick Sirianni, they're wearing a Mike Quick jersey, and, he still seems businesslike. Not a huge celebratory tone to his voice, which I kind of like.
Yes.
His job's not done.